The 1987 PBA season was a pivotal year in the league's 13-year existence. Manila Beer played its last season in 1986 and announced its disbandment from Asia's pioneering professional basketball league. Manila Beer's players were absorbed by the 6 remaining teams in the PBA. Atoy Co was reunited in great taste with his Crispa teammates Philip Cezar and Bernard Fabiosa under Coach Baby Dalupan. The 35-year-old Abet Guidaben found himself rejuvenated when he joined a young Magnolia team made up mostly of former NCC stalwarts. Yoyoy Villamin moved to Hillsborough, which was in search of a breakout season after its maiden campaign in the PBA in 1986. Villamin made a name for himself as a fierce rebounder and defender early in his career. He was one of the top rebounders of the Crispa Redmanizers, a team he joined in 1981, where he played primarily a backup role to former MVPs Guidaden and Cezar. Entering his 7th year in the PBA with his 3rd team, the man known as the Bicolano Superman was poised to come into his own and establish himself as one of the league's stars. He was afforded that opportunity when he joined the Alaska franchise, which was going to make him the team's alpha big man, but he needed a running mate who could help him take care of the low block for the ballclub. Ricky Realosa had already proven himself as one of the emerging premier bigs in the league when he was named the most improved player in 1986 as part of the Alaska franchise. Realosa started competing in the amateur commercial league Micket when he was only 16 years old. He showed he was a fearless operator down low and a rugged interior defender while playing for Viller Records, Frigidaire, and Man Diesel, enough to impress coach Dante Silverio, who wanted to recruit him to Toyota even when Realosa was just 19 years old. Realosa was prevented from joining the Super Corollas by his father, who felt he was still too young to turn professional. Realosa would eventually become part of the Philippine national team, which won the 1981 SEA Games held in Manila. The championship match versus Malaysia is best remembered for the free-for-all which happened in front of then Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos. Although the fight started due to the altercation between Frankie Lim and Loong of Malaysia, Realosa was in the middle of the action when all hell broke loose at mid-court, a preview of the toughness that would be Realosa's trademark in the PBA. Realosa finally joined Toyota in 1982 before moving to Beer Hassan in 1984 and Ginebra San Miguel in 1985. Alaska was his 4th team in the Pro League. Villamin and Realosa would form what to this day is still considered one of the best front-court tandems in league history. Known as the Bruise brothers, the two worked in harmony together as they both were tireless rebounders and defenders who were never afraid to bang bodies. They complemented their physical brand of play with tremendous skills, Villamin with his power moves and Realosa with his ever-reliable jumper. Hillsborough was a team with pretty decent firepower coming from the likes of Mart Saldana, Naning Valenciano, Bogs Adornado, Tim Coloso, and Ponky Alalar, but the team rolled when Villamin and Realosa were able to impose themselves in the low post. After a so-so campaign in the Open Conference, Hillsborough started to make noise in the second conference, the All-Filipino, when the franchise made its first ever finals appearance. The best-of-5 championship featured a number of tantalizing matchups. Saldana against Ricky Brown at the point guard spot. Valenciano versus fellow NCC gunner Alan Kadick. Adornado versus the fortune cookie. UV Lancer Alalar against UV Lancer Arnie Toodles. But the frontline battle was what fans were most excited about, as the Bruise brothers were going head-to-head against 2 stars they served as backup to in their early years in the PBA, Great Taste's own Royal brothers, Abe King and Prince Philip Cezar. Great Taste would prove to be the better team as they swept Hillsborough 3-0. But the Bruise brothers and the Hillsborough Coffee Kings gained valuable lessons in momentum going into the last conference of the season. In the reinforced conference, Hillsborough once again made the finals against the Bobby Parks-led San Miguel Beermen. In Game 1 of the championship, Villamin played arguably the best game of his career by exploding for 34 points and grabbing 10 boards, while limiting Best Import awardee Parks to just 5 points in the 4th quarter as the Coffee Kings snatched the opener, 110-97. That, however, would prove to be the best result for the ball club, as injuries to Saldana and Realosa limited its ability to keep pace with the younger Beermen, who swept the next 4 games to claim the title. Villamin announced his emergence as a superstar by bagging a slew of individual awards. He was named Most Improved Player of the Season. He finished second to Guidaben in the Most Valuable Player race. He was named to the mythical first team. He made the all-defensive team along with Realosa, who also was selected to the second mythical team. The year 1987 would turn out to be the best year in the individual careers of Villamin and Realosa. Their bruising play would eventually result to various injuries in the succeeding years, which slowed them down and derailed what could have been more years at the top of their games. The tandem known as the Bruise brothers was rather short-lived, but at least for one whole season, fans were treated to fearless brand of frontcourt action from two intimidating big men who have left an indelible mark in the annals of the PBA.